Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs and it's for Sunday the 13th of July 2025. I hope you're doing well. Hope this month isn't bringing too much chaos to the world. I know the astrology is off the charts. Let's see what it brings. I'm recording this on the 1st of July, so I'm yet to find out what it's all about and how it's going to impact us. But I hope it's going well for you. Cutting the waffle, because the cards are starting to come out. Let's see what they are. We're starting out with threefold protection. So threefold protection three ways. We protect ourselves. This is you learning about boundaries, learning how to say no, learning how to enforce those boundaries and all of that kind of thing. It's the empowerment step. And then we've got other people protecting us too. So we start attracting people that will also stand up for us too, because we're standing up to ourselves. And so we attract mirrors toward us. And then the third is the universe protecting us, right? So when it needs to step in, it will step in. And that goes for big disruptions in the world as well. If it is in your karma to be in the new earth and to be here for that, and you've been holding a vibration, then the universe is going to save you from disruption that is happening on the earth as well, that is meant for the old earth. If you want to know more about that, go to my website, behealing.com. When the window pops up, put your name and your email address in, and you'll get a free course all about the shift. So we've also got cozy home, great day to stay at home. Isn't that what Sundays are about? Vulnerability and soulmates. Interesting. Soulmates. There does seem to be some action going on with soulmates at the moment, perhaps twin flames, bringing people together. So you might be with a soulmate now, spending the day at home, or perhaps if something is starting off in your love life, it might be making you feel vulnerable. If you've been doing some of that heart opening stuff, if you're ready for a heart opening, please take a moment to watch this. You've done the work. You can spot red flags. You've built strong boundaries. But is your heart too closed now? Careful, guarded, keeping you safe? But you still want real love, healthy, conscious, true love. Let me help you open your heart again, safely this time, to invite in the partner who truly meets you. Ready for real love? Learn more at behealing.com. So, next we've got chance as well. Taking a chance on something. Take a chance. Okay, let's get deeper into it with the tarot. What have we got? Tarot. What's going on today? What do we need to know about guides? What's in the energies? First card out is the High Priestess. This is us, divine feminine energy being tuned in. That's not to say only women can do this, men can do it too, but it's being very tuned in, listening to the guides all the time, being tuned into your intuition. I liken it to having a conversation with the universe at all times. It's like I've always got, you know how we've always got a voice going on inside of our heads? Well, it might as well be useful. Your voice inside of your head might as well be a conversation with the universe. What next? And, you know, what's the lesson in this? And stuff like that. You know, if you're talking with the universe like that, you will develop this very strong connection, and more of that intuition, inspiration will come through as a result. Now, next up, we've got the 10 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. This is the happily ever after card, the 10 of Cups, but the 5 of Cups is some regrets or feeling like you're missing out on that. Now, with this vulnerability and soulmates, something might have been taken away from you. Someone that you thought was meant for you might have been taken away from you, or there's a bit of a pause going on. So yeah, you might be feeling a certain kind of a way with some kind of happily ever after that you were envisioning doesn't seem to be working out. Now, if something doesn't seem to be working out, it's just not working out yet, right? The universe knows what it is that you want, and it knows what's in your trajectory too. It wants you to be happy and have what you want. And it's guiding you, steering you through the lessons and past some of the decoys that aren't really it. But perhaps those decoys had some of the energy that you were looking for, and you needed to open up to that energy. Next up, we've got the Two of Wands, which is a crossroads. It's a decision point. You might be deciding on a new path or action to take in a new way. Let's get deeper into it then. So the High Priestess, what we've got going on here, we're having a conversation with the universe. We're being tuned in so that we're always aligned and hearing our intuition. Now, we can't do that when we're on autopilot and when we're just going through life, you know, being the slaves that we are, working too hard and all of that kind of thing. We need mind space in order to be the High Priestess. So now we have the Three of Emotions and the Eight of Voices behind here too. So Three of Emotions is about the people around you, and the Eight of Voices is about beliefs that block you, really. A belief that you've got that blocks you. So it's coming from other people. Right. So how easy is it to be tuned in when you're at home? It's pretty easy if you're not scrolling, you know. But around other people, we are electromagnetic beings, and we do want to get in tune with other people. And so if you're hanging around the wrong people, your vibration is going to go down to match theirs. And that could be very difficult to be the High Priestess in that respect. Do you find yourself being less in tune around other people? So that could be what's going on today. You might be realizing you've been picking up beliefs, or just a belief that you can't truly be your full High Priestess self around other people. That's okay. That's why I work online, you know, because I used to find, I had a shop where I'd be doing energy healings, massage and readings, and I found in person, having to deal and interact with a lot of people like that in person was very draining on me as an empath and as a reader, you know, picking up on all of these energies. It was a little too much. I found boundaries with my energy and with the work difficult. When I switched online, so I started working from home and switched to solely online, I found it much easier to deal with, much easier to have those solid boundaries. And it also makes the readings more pure as well when I do them, because I haven't got somebody in front of me. And when somebody's in front of me, my ego can get involved. My mind can say, oh, that guidance can't be right. They don't look old enough for that. Or, you know, just a little commentary like that. I don't have that when I'm working online. It's really pure. And so it's just a much better way of working for me. So I'm saying that because you might need to make some new decisions so that you can be more aligned. And that might just mean, doesn't mean like not hanging out with your friends anymore, but perhaps spending less time with them, or spending more time by yourself, you know. Sometimes I go walking on the beach in the morning. Sometimes I want to be walking with my friends when I'm on the beach because I'm feeling good, right? But some days I need to be talking to my guides when I'm walking on the beach. And if that's the case, then I just wave to my friends and carry on walking by myself. It's fine to do that. My friends are okay with that too. You know, don't always have to be with other people. What's behind that is integration. So you might be finding your new balance. Just picking up on something with this Three of Emotions as well. You don't always have to be the entertainer for your friends. It's okay to be yourself, just as you are. Next up, we've got the Ten of Cups with the Five of Cups here. So this is some kind of regret or feeling like you're missing out on your happily ever after. The World. And so there could be travel involved here. Someone not in the same place as you, or someone in a not in the same ending of a chapter, start of a new chapter. So you might be ready for a new chapter, somebody else isn't as well, and that could be why you're feeling like you're missing out. Now, as I said before, if it's not happening yet, it's just not happening yet. Not necessarily with the person that you're focused on either. It might be someone else. Do keep your heart open to that new program that I've got, Ready for Real Love. It's not just a heart opening. I'll teach you how to keep your heart open as well after anything like this happens, because we do tend to close our heart if we think that something's going to work out. We might have had all the signs as well, because we get all the signs and the yeses from our guides and from the universe to get into something. But sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's just they have an aspect of something that you needed to open up to add to the mix, you know. Sometimes it's not necessarily that person that's your destiny. It's just they've got a piece of the puzzle. And if you open up to that, then you're one step closer Yeah. So sacred space is behind this. Someone's taking space, and you'd be well advised to take this space too for yourself. Perhaps questioning your heart and seeing what's going on within your heart now. Two of Wands. Decision time. This is a crossroads. New action to take. Six of Inspiration. For victories, for your victory. So going about it a different kind of a way. Now this Six of Inspiration doesn't necessarily mean relationship victory, but we've got a few relationship things out here with the Ten of Cups and with the soulmate card there. So it could be your idea of victory. You know, it certainly isn't in the pursuit of somebody, nor is it in the hanging around fixated on someone that's not coming forward to. Victory to me within relationships is two people being ready and investing exactly the same amount. And so a relationship could be have all of the pieces, you know, getting on great together, aligned in a lot of ways, really compatible and all of that kind of thing. But with this World card, if you're just in slightly different phases of your life, or just one person isn't quite ready because something that they've got going on in their life, then it's a no, right? Victory to me is everything being aligned. And it could be like 95% aligned, but that 5% isn't, right? And if someone's not choosing it because they've got something else going on, then that's not a victory. So this Two of Wands, perhaps there is a new path that you can take, you know, and it could be in your mind that of, yeah, I'm at this point, my true person will be at that point too. Slow but steady, and it's happening. It's happening. Okay, well, let's get into the masculine, feminine now. This could be about relationships, more about relationships. It could be about the move away from the patriarchy and those changes that are going on in the world now. But what do we need to know about masculine and feminine energies at the moment? Guides, masculine and feminine energies, please. Personally, I'm interested in this because I think it's a huge part of the shift that we've got going on. That's the divine masculine right there. But first card out, Knight of Cups. This is forward movement with romance. Next, we've got divine masculine energy, the Emperor. And then we've got the Eight of Swords again. This is beliefs that are holding us back. Beliefs that aren't quite true, but sometimes we want them to be true. Sometimes we want a belief to be true because that belief means that it's not our fault, and it keeps us in a victim kind of a mentality. That's just for some people there. So why have we got the Knight of Cups here? We've got romance. Romance happening or seeming to happen or perhaps being stalled. It's just the energy of romance and forward movement. And if something is stalled at the moment, trust in the path. It's happening for a reason. Keep your heart open. Knight of Cups, what are you doing here? Yeah, the Five of Voices. So I was feeling that. The Five of Voices is like internal conflict about it. So the Knight of Cups is a forward movement with romance. And wouldn't we like that to be like all the time? But that's not what happens. It's not like this romance going up steadily. Everything moves in cycles like that. This is what life is like. And we enjoy those Knight of Cups where it's going up like that. We don't really enjoy it when it's going down like that. It feels like everything's going wrong. And that belief in itself that things should be progressively getting better and better is just completely contrary to nature and to how anything works. Everything goes in cycles like this. And so perhaps the internal battle, this Five of Voices, is just because of a belief that you've got that it should be, you know, constantly and smoothly getting better, not cycling. What's behind that, please? Past, present, and future. And yeah, with this past, present, and future, I think it's the guide saying, look, you've got confirmation of this, that everything goes in cycles. You haven't got any evidence that anything else happens. It doesn't happen like that for anybody. It hasn't happened for you like that ever, and it will never happen to you. It's always going to be cycling like this. And so once we can get in tune and go with the flow like that and be cool about it, life will get a whole lot better because there won't be this internal resistance of the Five of Voices, right? So the Emperor, what's he doing? Divine masculine. What's he doing? Is he stepping up? Is he evolving? What's going on? Five of Materials in the Chariot. Now, he's headed towards some kind of a victory, some kind of a win in his life, and is doing it by himself. Five of Materials. So there's something going on for Divine Masculine at the moment, and it might be in the material world, it might be with his career or something like that, but he's focused on that. And that's another one of the cycles too. It's like, oh, romance, yeah, let's focus on romance. And then, oh no, I need to focus on my work now. I want to make this thing happen. And sometimes one leads to the other. So romance, especially for the masculine, because they have been conditioned to be the provider and think that that's their role within romance, romance starts off and then they start questioning themselves and not feeling worthy as they are, and thinking, I should be more of a provider. I need to get focused on my work now. So sometimes that is just part of that romance cycle. And so letting go. And so yeah, forcing themselves in a way not to focus on the romance. Because in order to have the romance in their mind, they need to be a victor. They need to invest more in this other aspect of their life. Probably work. It's probably work and career and things like that. Or if it's like building a house or something like that, manifesting something like that, it'll be that. So Eight of Swords, yeah, this is this energy of perhaps your beliefs around what should be happening are the problem, are the only problem. And if you could just go with the flow of these cycles, it would be fine. And trusting in the path. Your high self is not leading you astray. Sometimes we just don't have the same picture, the same bigger picture as our higher selves in the universe. And that's about the Knight of Inspiration. So exciting movement forward, right? And so it feels to me like something happened in romance. There was forward movement, and then it took a downturn, and then there's all this resistance coming up because of it. In a way, it's an addictive kind of behavior when when anything takes a downturn for us to try and grasp at it, and like it's an addictive kind of behavior. Do you know what I mean? It's like, no, I want that high. I want that high again that I had before. There's divine timing behind that. But trust the timing of it. Trust the downturns and the upturns too. Just trust it all. Let's get more cards out. What else could be going on today? What else could be going on today, please? Starting out with the Wheel, we've got indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So perhaps it's time to get focused on something else. We've got a Grasshopper, situation in the balance that require careful handling. I mean, the last thing you want to do is this internal reaction is to let that manifest outside of yourself, you know, speaking it out or trying to project that onto someone else as if what they're doing or not doing is causing that. Do you know what I mean? It's like they're not in charge of the cycles either. We're all going through it. Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. You might be feeling it today, yeah, with this vulnerability and this soulmate. You might have felt that you met your soulmate, and you might have done. But there's this vulnerability and feeling like, you know, it's lacking. We've got an Ear, good news. We've got Sun, happiness and well-being, and a Mountain Road. You are on the road to success. And look at that road. It's not straight, is it? It's winding. And that's the way it is. Well, how best to deal with these energies? Let's have a look. Nice. Well, the King of Wands, the female version of the King of Wands. King of Wands energy is deciding what it is that you want and then going out there and getting it, right? And so, you know how Divine Masculine energy here is the Chariot. It's a similar kind of an energy of what should you focus on right now? What would be a win for you? If romance has kind of gone off the boil for you, then you should be focusing on something else. What is working in your life at the moment? What is exciting? Because this exciting forward movement, you know, Eight of Swords is saying you're not seeing something clearly. It could be perfect timing for you to move forward with something else in your life. So what is that? What would you like next? that is flowing and get focused on that and make that happen instead. There you go. That's what I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment as well. What is this bringing up for you? Is this what's going on for you at the moment? Let me know. Or you're seeing it in people around you as well. Perhaps sometimes we're not going through these things and we're flowing just fine, but our friends and our family might be affected by these energies, and so we can be there for them too through it. Well, what else do I want to say? I feel like there's something else to say, but I don't know. Have the best day ever, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. One question, one answer. The cards reveal at BeHealing.com.